Welcome to Young and Finch, the podcast created by Korean millennials. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Young and Finch podcast. My name is Brian, and I am here with Andrew and Josh.
Yes, sir.
And today, we're going to do another episode of Bab For Thought. And pretty much if you're new to the segment, this is an episode where we prepare two questions in advance without telling each other. And we just kind of present it on the spot of the recording. So with that being said, let's go and jump right into question number 1.
Yes, sir. So, since I have two pretty chill questions, I'll start with one of them, and then
Sure.
I'll kind of get the ball rolling. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So, if you were to reborn or be born again in a new life, would you rather be alive in the past or the future?
Define the past and define the future. Like, what year are we talking?
Past, not like childhood, but maybe before our generation and after our generation.
Like the 90s, kind of?
So like we're millennials, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then the future would be 2050.
I guess after Gen Z, because Gen Z we're still kind of we could relate to some of the things after Gen Z. So maybe like after we die, that period after. So like 2050.
Yeah,
2060.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe more 2070. You know,
Ooh.
you get the vibes.
Yeah. I think that question comes down to your level of convenience.
Well, no, because there's a lot of lifestyle that, changes,
Yeah.
right? Do you want everything like old fashioned or, where everything is done for you kind of way? But it might be what
I feel like with the other way around. I feel like more people, it's more done for you in the future because everything is so easy.
That's what I meant.
accessible. Oh.
Well, I mean, sort of, right? Like, things might have been more analog back in the past, but everything was also a lot more accessible and cheaper, right? Like, it was cheaper to buy a house. It was cheaper to get started in life. So, there's pros and cons to both, I think.
Yeah.
I agree. There's added stress in the future that might not have been present in the past.
Oh my god, he on X Games.
Let's get it. What am I? Should I just change my career? But yeah, you got what I mean.
What's your answer, Andrew?
I mean, for me, it would be the future.
Yeah.
I'm just like, just based on my background and based on my laziness. I just like having a lot of things done.
Yeah.
But it's like what Josh said, right? If we were to live in the future, there's things like not being able to maybe afford a place, right? That's like the added stress that we have as millennials. Yeah, so stuff like that I think takes into consideration. But having said that, I still would like to live in the future.
Yeah.
For the record, I think you can own a place, just not in Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
And
Not-
the
not in
future,
a
you never
metro-
know, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
crypto could open up a whole new fucking world of opportunities in 2050, and who knows, maybe it's as simple as
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Maybe there'll be a bubble crash or something.
Yeah,
I would live in the future too. I would prefer that easier route, but
yeah.
honestly, like personally, I don't like the way the world is like going.
Yeah.
I feel like more shitty stuff is happening every day. But at the same time, like we do have all these resources available at hand. Like we just go on the internet, we just search something up. We just go on Google and be like, what is cryptocurrency? And then we just like, boom, knowledge right there.
Yeah.
Back in the days, like if you wanted to invest in stock market, like I think they had like these like pens and paper. I had to like write it down, and I don't know. I saw like this video of like the stock market back in the days, and it was just like so traditional and old school, and I'm sure like you just didn't have the knowledge to know what to do. But anyways, I'm saying like I guess, yeah, like you said, there are pros and cons to every situation, but I would prefer living in the future.
True.
True. I would choose the past.
Such a Josh thing to say. Sorry.
Like I don't know. Yeah, like I'm.
And listen to 1975.
No.
I'm down.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm down to be born in 1975. Sorry. But as much as I do love the new technology and innovations and everything, yeah, like I think I'm a bit more old school at heart. And right now, like I still prefer doing a lot of things more analog, like whether that's writing things down or, you know, kind of staying offline when possible. So, and yeah, like Brian mentioned, the way that the world's going right now, I think it's not that the world's becoming a worse place per se, but things are changing. And I think it would have been nice to, like, if I was traveling and stuff like that, to see different parts of the world back then when things were kind of more traditional and to their each countries and cultures' respective roots and things like that. Whereas now things, or in the future, things will be a lot more like integrated and blended, and a lot of, you know, Eastern countries are a lot more westernized, things like that, right? So
Yeah.
I think it'd be an opportunity to just kind of relive history in a way, right?
True.
Good question. Also, my favorite car model is from the 60s, so that'd be sick.
Oh.
You know the vibes.
Tesla S Class.
What the?
Is that a Honda Civic? Sorry.
What the?
This is the Henry Ford from your first generation.
I'm down.
What car is it though?
Well, I mean, there's a couple. There's like the 69 911.
69?
Sensational.
Nice.
Anyways, next question.
Next question.
Next question. Okay. Okay. My first story I have is
Story?
I swear, if it's like
First question.
if it's like the freaking pick up at the bus stop shit, I'm gonna tweak, bro.
okay. This is pretty open-ended question. How do you judge a person?
By their looks. Sorry. No, I'm just joking. I'm just playing.
I mean, there's probably some truth to that.
Nah, I'm just joking. No, I mean, yeah, there is some truth to that. That's why it's a joke, right? All jokes have some base there.
It's not about how they
Sorry.
look; it's like how they present themselves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now, yeah, I mean, I was joking back then, but yeah, obviously, some sort of presentation is needed when you meet people.
Yeah.
But how do you judge people?
Like, how do you
Like-
judge somebody? Like, how do you judge? Like, what do you,
Am I-
what things do you look at?
Like, what's
Am
our
I
thought
meeting-
process?
Am I meeting them for the first time?
Yeah, like first time, and then like onwards.
Oh, first time?
I guess a good example is like when you got into, I guess, your new workplace, and like when you met people, you know, and then like how did that relationship just kind of like pan out and things like that? Like, what was your thought
Yeah.
process?
I mean, the thing with that question is it depends on like the
Context.
context that I'm in.
Yeah.
Like if I'm in work, it's different from when I'm meeting someone like at a club or like if I'm meeting someone at, you know, at church. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree.
Well, it doesn't have to be work, just in general, I guess.
That's what I mean. I
Same.
can't answer that in general. I gotta like have a specific.
Okay, let's say what's the difference from work and like church?
True. Okay. Well, for work, I guess. Since I'm always looking to advance in my career, obviously, if they're in my type of position, but more of a senior or have more experience than me, then you know I like to make that connection, right? But in terms of like judging someone, I don't really judge anyone. I think each job has a purpose and is needed. And like I just respect people that do things that I don't want to do, right? Like if you see, let's say, office managers,
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, like I would not be able to, like I would not be fulfilled myself to do that. So I'm just glad there's people that are willing to take that job and do it, because without that role, it's hard to, you know, obviously maintain a good, you know, clean office, right? But just like for me, it's like I don't want to do it because I know I could do much more personally. So it's like I don't judge them in a way, but I guess I kind of low key am.
Sounds like
No, but like you get what I'm saying though, right?
yeah.
It's like each job requires somebody to do it, and I respect someone who is willing to do it. I respect that person basically, so I don't judge them. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But like low key, I am.
Yeah, it's like, damn, respect. Couldn't be me.
Yeah, but it's like it kind of like it's like
Damn,
it is respect,
props
though.
to you, but
Yeah.
I got better things to do. Sorry.
it's like no, it's like I could do better,
Nah, we're
but
kidding,
I
we're
respect
kidding.
you for doing that.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has their own.
Everyone has their
Yeah.
own story. Yeah.
Yeah, like someone
Yeah.
might think the same about me, right?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
It's a two-way street kind of thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I kind of babbled on, but like that's for work, right? At least. If it's someone within my field, then I would like to make the connection. If it's not, then it's like whatever. I'm just chill about it. But if it's at church, again, it depends. If I'm trying to make a friend, if I'm trying to
But this is how you're judging people, right? Not how you're interacting.
right, I know.
Like, how do you what's like your thought process when you're perceiving people?
Oh, true. Oh, like simply
Yeah.
put,
Yeah.
how they present themselves, how they dress,
Yeah.
their background story, and probably like their career. Straight up.
True. Yeah, I think that's fair. I don't know about you guys, but for me, mentally, it's not like an active thought. Like, I'm not like trying to, like, I'm not like drawing conclusions or trying to like be like, oh, this person's this kind of person. But I read people, kind of like what Andrew said. It's like based on how they carry themselves, based on their demeanor, based on what they do and stuff like that. And then I just kind of get an understanding of who they are. I mean, I guess in a way it's kind of judging, right? I'm like trying to map them out. I'd say interactions is probably more so than appearance. It's like if someone, it's how they communicate, how they carry themselves. I think it's important.
Yeah, that is important. I agree.
Yeah. What about you, Brian?
Well, for me, yeah, I think I have it kind of on the similar thoughts as you guys. I have that how they pretty much how they make you feel when you first meet them.
What if they make you feel like butterflies? Sorry.
Exactly, like the way they communicate.
down.
It's like
It's like, hey, Brian.
yeah, I mean, you're in coding, so you probably don't talk to a lot of people, so you don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's true though. I'm down.
Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers. I'm down.
Ooh.
Anyways,
But I think, yeah, how they carry themselves. I think the one thing that I think exposes a lot about them is how they are when they're angry and under stressed.
True.
Like I think it's a lot easier when when things are going well, things are smooth sailing. But once shit hits the fan, like how do they react?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, I look at how they talk. Like, are they positive? Are they very like welcoming? Are they like when you communicate with them? Do they try to like drive it in like a negative, like avenue, or do they try to kind of, flip it around and say something positive or things like that? So
Yeah.
it's like exactly that's just how you make you feel. Like you don't want to talk to someone that's like negative and just down and all the time. So it's like,
True.
yeah.
But don't you also not want to talk to someone who's always positive all the time? That shit irks me.
Yeah, you know that
Yeah,
episode at Friends? The
the overly positive guy. Yeah, it's like,
one's
bro,
that?
let's be real.
I died.
No, 100%. I don't think those people are kind of weird. It's like fucking shit's hitting the fan, but
Guys, let's try to
you
be
guys know what I mean.
optimistic about it.
Anyways,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys know what I mean, though.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
for sure.
yeah.
Right.
True. Yeah, I think having. Actually, never mind. Just cut that out.
I have like a perfect example. Like, I tell you guys about like how I'm like in the surgery room and things like that, right?
Yeah.
So I deal with a lot of like different orthopedic surgeons, and like they're very successful people to start off with. You know, they have a really respectful job.
Yep.
They make a lot of money, so they have like that status, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when once people get into like that status, they, you know, they can be very arrogant, or they can be, you know, one of the nicest people you ever met.
Mm-hmm.
And like I've dealt with a bunch of different like orthopedic surgeons in my career. And like you could just tell like which one's like the arrogant one and which one's like the really like generous and kind, like respected by the people. And like I just see that, and I just kind of see the differences between like the people. Like they're all in the same like I guess in terms of level, in terms of, you know, job and status and things like that. But, you know, like the way they treat, you know, other nurses, the way they treat their coworkers, like I think that just speaks more than, you know, what they do on a day-to-day basis. You know?
Yeah.
I think I saw this post on Instagram. It's like, it doesn't matter if you're like a CEO or like a janitor, like you should just treat everybody the same. And I think that's very true, you know? Similar to what Andrew said, like every job is a job. You know, everyone's just trying to put food on their table, you know?
Yeah. And everyone has their own reasons too, so.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So just some Bap For Thought there.
End of the day,
Let's get it.
you know, can't judge a book by its cover. Sorry.
Oh.
Except for
wow.
Brian, he's judging people. Sorry.
He's judging you.
I mean, I don't think there's anything.
he's like-
Sorry.
To be fair, like everybody judges.
Yeah. I'm just playing.
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
It's like
bro.
when people say we don't judge anybody.
Don't even fucking care. Everyone judges. Whether it's like, you know, like a concrete judgment or whatever, like a micro judgment, everyone judges. Yeah.
Mhm. Exactly.
All right. So I'm gonna give you guys an opportunity to flex a little bit. Humble flex. All right. What's the traits or characteristics that you get the most compliments about from other people? Whether that's peers, whether that's romantic interests, or, you know, bromantic interests, whatever. Like, what do you get the most compliments from other people?
Well, without bragging, people definitely like say my voice.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, bare Instagram people on Young and Finch was complimenting on Brian's chocolate voice.
Yeah.
Well,
Those are like not even brag. It's just kind of like facts kind of thing.
Facts,
you know what I mean?
but the weird part is I don't like my voice though.
Well, I mean,
No,
Like I
way.
wish I had a more
Why?
vibrant, like outgoing, like high pitched voice.
nah.
Yeah.
Like Andrew?
It's like not like Andrew. Sorry.
He's like,
I mean, I would rather have a deep voice, right? So you got to think
True.
it's like the grass is greener on the other side kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I would say a lot of people would rather have a deep voice. I would say that. So
Yeah.
because it's more unique.
but other than your voice, what's another thing that people compliment you on?
Actually, a funny story about the voice. One more quick little add-on. It's like I don't know if a lot of people know. Andrew might know this, but I hit puberty really early, like when I was in grade like 5 or 6, and like it was like first day of like grade 5 or whatever. I came back from our summer break. Everyone's back in class, and then I haven't said like a word this entire time. And the teacher is like going through the attendance. It's like Andrew, Josh, blah blah blah. And then once they get to Brian, I'm just like, here. And everybody just like turned around, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, what happened to your voice, dude? Yeah.
Honestly, I don't remember you not having a deep voice.
Yeah.
And I knew you since early high school, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's fucking joke.
Anyways.
So is that it? There's no more.
I don't know. People don't know me that well. Like, they don't know me enough. Well, Andrew said, not Andrew. One of my close friends said that, like, I follow through with a lot of, like, my planning. Like, a lot of people.
Dependable.
Yeah. Like, a lot of people just, you know, think about something and they'll write it down, but they don't actually, like, follow through with the action. I guess I've been told that. But other than that, like, not a lot of people know who I am. Like,
True.
down deep to enough. They say like superficial things. They're like, "Oh, you're so tall," like blah blah blah. But whatever. It's just
superficial. Like, oh, you're so tall, you're so handsome. Oh my god, I wish I was you. Yeah, we heard it before.
it's like, yeah, those compliments, they're very cheap, you know. Like I
Yeah.
don't look for those kind of shit.
Yeah,
It's nice. It's like, don't get me wrong, but you know,
you feel good,
Yeah.
but
yeah, it's like, oh, okay.
What about you, Andrew? Look at Andrew pretending to think. He's like,
No. I mean, I've gotten.
such a hard question.
No, I
Which
was
one do
gonna
I
say-
start with?
No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say I have a lot of superficial ones
Yeah.
because I don't know. I think in my life I just met a lot of people for the first time. A lot,
Mm-hmm.
just for the nature of like going to church and doing
Yeah,
like
yeah.
small groups, and
Yeah.
so I have like a lot of, I guess, experience, if you will, of
Yeah.
like meeting new people, and I guess like the superficial ones I've gotten were, man, it's so hard to say because like I hate saying it.
No, but
But,
you're
like,
not
this is a-
flexing. This is a question. You have to answer. It's like, you know. It's,
Yeah, I know. So like people told me that, like, first of all, they say I have. So I'm like kind of tall for.
yeah.
We're all tall, I guess, for Asians. And I've gotten like, you look like a model. Yeah, I know it's so cringe. I hate saying it.
Oh
No,
man.
Flint. No, what else? No, what else? Like, yeah, it's what people say,
Like,
right?
and this is what people said. I don't say it. But like,
yeah.
it's so hard to say. Holy shit. But like I know, because like a lot of people tell me that my face is smaller than like regular people's,
Yeah.
right? And like everyone, especially Koreans, because they're so again superficial, they all comment of like the combination of, I guess, being tall and having small face.
Like good ratio.
Good
Yeah,
ratio.
good ratio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they would always say stuff like
Yeah.
that.
I agree with that. You have good
Yeah, I agree
ratio.
with that.
You have long legs.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. And so, I mean, those are good too. So, like, obviously, like to Brian said, it's good to hear those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Again, it like at some point, it's like I heard it too many times that I don't know how to react.
Nah.
Exactly. Like this is what I mean. Like I don't know how to react. It's like when I hear those, I'm like, it's like, okay, cool. Like thanks. But at
Yeah.
the same time, I'm like,
It's like,
I
say something
hate-
better now. Sorry.
like I don't want to hear it all the time. I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very 부끄러워, you know.
Yeah. And it's like
very
you don't want to
shy.
like humble like no, I'm not, because like you
Yeah,
know you're
yeah.
tall, right? And
It's like I
You
know
know
it, but
you know
it's
you
like,
look like a model.
it's like I know, but I don't want to I don't want to brag, or I don't want to be humble about it. I just want to be like chill about it, kind of thing. But
Yeah.
it's hard to do that, in my opinion.
No, I think it's fine to own it, but yeah.
No, I do own it. It's just I don't want to show like I own it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
True,
it's
true.
hard because like at the same time I'm shy. So
Yeah.
it's hard to kind
Yeah.
of show that I appreciate it, but at the same time to show that I'm chill about it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
모델 보이네.
aside from like physical stuff,
Mhm.
just people say I'm funny,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like chill. Like I know I get under people's skin sometimes because I do take like I know there's a fine line, and I do kind of brush it sometimes.
And just like dancing around the line, bro.
Yeah, I dance around the lines, but like I think I know when to stop, kind of thing. So,
True.
but I think that kind of adds character to the jokes I kind of make, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But yeah, those I would say I get the most. Oh, sorry, one more. I'm like friendly to approach, kind of easy
Demeanor.
to get. Yeah, easy to
True.
get along with, kind of
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
Easy going, I would say.
Nice.
Yeah. How about you, Josh? Sorry.
Well, let me think back to my long list of compliments. No, I'm kidding. The one, I don't.
This is your question, bro.
So I don't. No, I know, but like I don't get. So I don't get physical compliments too much, which again I'm totally cool with. And I'm confident.
No one said you're tall? I thought you
No,
had
like I
good
get
ratio,
that.
too.
I get.
Dude,
tall.
honestly, like all of us are like, so for context, we're all above 6 feet. So I think being Asian and being over 6 feet is pretty uncommon. And
Yeah.
maybe it's more common with youngins these days. But anyways,
I wouldn't even say it's a compliment though.
yeah, it's like it's not a compliment anymore because it's a fact kind of thing.
Yeah, like when
you
people are like,
just go to Google and type in the average height for Asians, right? It's gonna be looks like 5'7".
yeah.
So
And not to say
it's
like
just a
we're
fact.
like we're not like the only ones, obviously, but when people are like, "Oh, you're so tall," it's like I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just 6 foot.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
It's,
But yeah, I don't get too many physical compliments repeatedly or often. But the one thing I do get consistently is that my personality, I get compliments that my personality is nice and good. And I also get sometimes that like I look difficult to approach or I'm intimidating when people see me. But then when they get to know me, like that I'm a lot, like they're surprised. You know, they're like pleasantly surprised. Like, oh, he's not a fucking dick.
true.
Yeah, I agree with that. You have good personality.
Thanks, bro.
My friend was like a friend of mine listening to our podcast was like, yeah, he knows how to like be the middleman, and then just kind of like group the thoughts together and be very like articulate about it.
Respect.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I agree with that. Every time I listen to the podcast, I agree with that too.
Gang shit.
Okay, so again, this is would you rather. Don't think too deeply into it. But would you rather have always speaking your mind or never being able to speak again? So any thought you have in your head, you have to speak it. Versus not being able to speak. So I could start it off because I already thought about it.
Yeah.
For me, I would not rather speak and just learn sign language. Yeah, because I mean,
Why?
Because I have a lot of things in my head
What
that
thoughts are you
I
having,
wanna...
bro?
What's going on there?
I mean,
Knock,
relatively, I'm pretty transparent, but obviously there are things that I keep to myself that I would like to keep to myself.
Free thinker.
True.
Yeah.
Is this just you, or does everybody have this condition?
No, it'd just be you.
It'd just be you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
be you.
Interesting. Yeah, I would get in a lot of trouble too if I just said everything in my head.
Yeah, right.
I think I would say everything in my head. I feel pretty confident that I'm not. I mean, everyone has thoughts. Everyone has, subconscious, and just like even like when it's not intentional, it's just kind of like bloop, and then
Yeah,
like
exactly. Yeah. The
like
little
what
twitch.
the fuck was that, or like
Yeah.
like. But other than that, I think.
Hold up.
Actually, you know what? Not on second.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that those twitch thoughts, those can be deadly, bro.
You know what? I'll stay silent. I'll learn sign language too.
Bro, like, it's gotta be so tough to get around with just sign language because not a lot of people know it. But,
Fuck, man.
but yeah, these are tough questions, huh?
Yeah. I would just say, I would just live with my thoughts. I mean, at that point, at least you're 100% true to your words,
I know, but let's say like you had some prejudice against like some sort of group, right? Like personal. It doesn't have to be like something that's Anyways, yeah, everything's personal, I guess, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, but it's so taptape. Like, it's so frustrating to sign language.
All right, what about this? You're walking with your wife and your 4 kids, and you see a very attractive person walk by, bro, and you can't contain your thoughts. And she walks by, and you're like, damn.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro.
I mean, if you put it that way.
I mean, not saying you would say that, but
Yeah.
it's every thought that you have to talk about,
It could
right?
be a very lonely
I'd say,
road for sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would just teach my family sign language. Yeah.
But not everybody knows sign language, though. So, like, how are you going to communicate with people outside
My
your
family and friends is all I need.
Yeah, they would have to learn, right?
Oh.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
Yeah, but for sure, like both scenarios are tough. So what would you do? You haven't given a definitive answer.
Yeah.
All right, I would go sign language.
Yeah, I think most people would just go to a safe route and not
Yeah.
expose kind of vibe. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to expose myself. So
I think more than exposing, it's like you can't function in society Like if you're saying everything on your mind, how are you gonna work, right?
Yeah.
Like you can't be professional. You really can't.
No, you
Yeah.
could be. What do you mean? You could be
But
professional.
like every
and
thought,
Like, what if your boss is stressing you? You're gonna be like, yo, this motherfucker, like, fuck.
yeah, or like shit walks by, or something happens
Yeah.
during work. It's like you can't stop thinking quietly, right? Every thought's
Yeah,
going
I
by.
guess.
You could be
Yeah,
at work
I mean-
being like, can't wait to fucking get out of here, right? And then it's like, oh,
Yeah.
why'd you say that, bro? You know?
Yeah.
True. So I guess all of us will go silent and learn sign language.
Yep.
I don't think anyone would go the first route.
No, I think monks would probably just go to the first route.
Monks, bro, I don't know, man. You don't know what's going on there, bro.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I don't know. So, sorry.
Yeah.
Only babies. Maybe children's can get away with it.
Yeah, children.
My turn?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is pretty simple. What's your grossest bug story?
I mean, this is the most recent memory where I had a cockroach, a dead cockroach that was the size of like 2 index fingers
Oh, fuck.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
underneath like this chair. And I was living in an old apartment in New York,
Yeah.
right? So it's pretty,
Oh, shit. That's
prevalent?
massive.
yeah, it was huge. But
Oh.
thankfully, it was the one that doesn't reproduce. You know the like small black ones, cockroaches. Small black cockroaches are the ones that reproduce.
I don't know, bro.
But
I thought they
yeah,
all
anyways.
reproduce. No?
I thought
No,
they
no,
all.
No, I got the one that was from the outside apparently. So
Oh, so
Andrew
you
was
got-
like,
you got the
Andrew
good
was
one.
like, Steven,
Yeah, I
he's like, raw hair. This one doesn't reproduce. You can tell by the tail. So,
what the? Yeah, anyways, but I had to. Anyways, I had to clean it with the brush, which was.
Wow.
The legs
Two-
still had the claws.
2
so-
index fingers this big?
Yeah, like legit this big.
Oh my god, that's like fucking
Yeah.
massive.
And yeah, it's gross. It was like the carcass too, so I had to scrape it, but the claws on the legs still was functioning, so it was
Oh.
like hanging and shit while I was trying to scoop it. So gross. But yeah, that'd be
Some people love cockroaches, though. Like they fucking
the
put it in
fuck
they'll put it in
loves
their
cockroach?
mouth and shit. You haven't seen those YouTube videos? They'll like
Oh, yeah.
they'll like eat like they'll put it in their mouth, like take it back out and like
Oh,
put it
this
in their
because
head.
it's like their pet cockroach or whatever.
Yeah, it's like
I think those are
Yeah.
more of the extraordinary, though. I think,
yeah, but still, it's like fuck.
it is
Hey,
gross. Yeah,
Don't judge. We need people who love cockroaches. Sorry.
yeah.
Cockroaches need love too.
Like I'm good, but they could do it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least it was dead though. If it was like flying and shit.
Yo, you know what's funny though?
Yeah.
The day before I caught that, I saw something in the shadows, the size of my index fingers, move in like it was swiftly going to my closet.
Oh.
So I was free, and I was trying to look for it, and I couldn't find it. And then
Oh.
3 days later, I found it, or a couple days later.
They say if you see one cockroach, there's like a dozen.
Yeah, I know. So
So
Oh really?
I was fucking
Yeah,
spooked.
Fuck, dude.
Because they're not supposed to be like, seen, right? They're like all behind the walls and shit. So
Oh fuck.
yeah, that's a pretty disgusting story.
Yeah.
What about you, Brian?
I have one similar to what Andrew said. This was like back in university. I was
I'm already getting goosebumps. Sorry.
yeah, I was living off campus like on like a really old house.
Mm-hmm.
And like the place that I live, it's like a really old town. So they have a lot of those fucking centipedes, like the ones with like
Yeah.
10,000 legs, and
Like centipedes.
yeah, it's like
Millipedes.
centipedes. They're like
Oh,
like
the shelled
size of-
ones?
Yeah, no,
It's the
they're
one
not
with the
that
long legs,
I
right?
think millipedes are these ones. Actually, I don't know. Let me fact check that.
They're both like,
A very disgusting bug.
and then like, and they're very like weak too. Like,
Oh, you're right, you're
Once
right,
you
yeah.
crush them, they like just fucking disintegrate like so easily.
Ew.
But I used to have so many of those in my house. Like they'll be in the sink, they'll be like in the cupboards. But and then I used to have like this wooden room. Like I used to live on the second floor. And like it's like it felt like a cabin. Like everything's made out of wood.
Yeah.
So when I first moved in, I was like, oh, this is nice. This is like kind of chills and cozy.
Yeah.
But like little did I know it was like fucking like just bugs.
It was
everywhere.
also
Centipedes
cozy for the
everywhere.
bugs.
Exactly. But I remember just like going. I was gonna go to sleep, and then I just like in the corner of my eye see like something moving,
Yeah.
and then I look, and it's like a fucking like 15 centimeter centipede just like moving so fast. Like those motherfuckers move so fast, dude.
Yeah. And like their legs are like.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I fucking panicked, and I couldn't kill it. I was like, fuck, what do I do? What do I do? And then by the time like I like finished thinking, like that shit was already like under my bed,
Yeah.
and I don't know, I was just like fucking rattled, and I tried looking for it, I couldn't find it. So that night I just couldn't sleep, man. I was just like in the back of my head, like, what if it's like in the bed sheets with me? Like what if it's like crawling like under my leg and shit? Just like those random thoughts.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Just cuddle with it.
You really said night night.
Yeah. So
Apparently, centipedes are good because
yeah,
they catch other bugs, right?
yeah.
So they're actually like good for the house. But also apparently, on average, I think the average human eats like 2 to 3 bugs a year.
Yeah.
In their sleep.
I
Yeah.
think most of them are spiders though. Like those cute spiders.
Yeah.
That's what you hope so. But
Bro, I
their
saw a fucking-
millipedes are like,
Yeah.
I saw a fucking fly in my lettuce the other day, like a fruit fly.
I'm
Like a
down.
dead
oh, that's
fruit fly.
fine, yeah.
Extra protein, bro.
I was
Yeah.
like,
And
fuck,
peanut
man.
butter, I think peanut butter is like 2% bug
Really?
or some shit like that,
Oh.
or like some other. Yeah, like there's a lot of like, what's that word?
Fillings.
No, there's a lot of like food products that just contain bugs because
Like the natural process of
it's a natural,
pollination
exactly.
or
Yeah,
some shit
yeah.
like that.
Well, I think it's just like they just assume that there's a certain amount of bugs and whatever, but they're high in protein, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Cockroach just like fell in the mixer.
Okay, not relax.
Dude, that's
Yeah, but-
disgusting.
I'd eat
Yeah.
a bug though. If there's no food, I'd eat a cockroach.
You guys haven't eaten bugs?
Like fucking Lion King
No,
vibes.
I
Yeah.
would. I tried. Actually, no, I haven't tried bugs. I would never try bugs.
I've tried a
Really?
scorpion.
Yeah, me too.
I've tried a bandegi.
I don't know how Koreans eat that shit, bro. That shit looks so.
Yeah.
No offense, if you love bandegi, I'm sorry, but that shit looks fucking disgusting,
No,
bro.
you can say it. You're Korean.
It's not bad. It's just crunchy, and the smells so good, dude.
Smells
It's like-
good.
It smells good. It smells so 고소해.
What the?
Nah.
I'm a pass.
아저씨네, sorry.
Yeah. I'm
I'm,
like,
I'm a pass, bro.
forget about the chips. Give me some
Yeah,
bandegi.
I'm a pass, bro. But eating insects is like a really sustainable way to start like
Dieting.
producing food and
Yeah.
building nutrients and stuff like that. Because bugs are like they cost so little to the environment to
Yeah.
produce, and they are so like high in nutrients.
Yeah.
You're just.
But I would
gross,
never eat it. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'd eat if I have to, kind of thing.
Yeah,
It's also good for the environment to eat bugs.
that's what I said.
Did you?
Yeah.
아,
나.
그럼 컷아웃 해 그럼. 나. Sorry.
Like eat a lot of locusts, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, ew, those fucking grasshopper shit
Yeah.
looking.
The grasshoppers. Yeah. I don't
grasshopper
know
looking
about
ass.
that.
Ah, I'm
Yeah.
good.
That's probably the number one like bugs that are
Bro.
exist, though.
That
Imagine
and the
imagine
worms.
crunching one and then the innards come out, and like
Do
the
they even
eyes
have
pop.
innards?
Yeah, and the eyes
Yeah.
pop and shit.
More. Yeah, it's
Ugh.
like the head is more like cringy. It's
Yeah.
like the eyeballs and
You know when you crush a bug and like just splats? It's like
I can't.
Extra
Okay.
bug juice, protein. Sorry, umami flavor.
Fuck.
wait, Josh, did you say your story?
No. So for me, so this is like the worst bugs. Like like the most disgusting, right?
Yeah. Like the most
Okay.
the one that like pops in your head, I guess.
Yeah. This didn't happen to me, but I was there. So I think it was my baby cousin. She was, I think, like 6 at the time. She started saying her nose was hurting randomly. And she's like, yeah, my nose hurts, whatever. And like, yeah, whatever. And I was like, fine. You know, I think sometimes you just get those random nose pains. But this persisted for a couple weeks. And then my aunt was like, okay, we got to take her to the hospital. Like, this has been going on for too long. And then she started saying that, like, like things started smelling bad. And apparently there was like a bad smell coming from her nose that the rest of the family could smell, right? They went to the doctors, and the doctor did an examination, and it turns out a fly had gone into her nose, nested in there,
Oh.
laid something at the very front of her nose, like where their nostrils are, and there was like a nest of eggs or something
Oh wow.
Like I don't know what kind of fly it was either. I don't think it was like a normal house fly.
Oh,
And so they had to get that removed.
damn.
So for like a couple of days there was like bugs living in my cousin's nose.
How old was your cousin?
She was young. She was like 5 or 6.
Oh, she must have a big nostril.
How do you not notice a fly that's laying eggs in your nose?
No, because
Like, was
it
she
laid it and
asleep, or-
it dipped, right? It
But
was just
like
something
just eggs.
that gradually grew and smelled worse and shit like that.
Ugh.
You know, there are some flies that like burrow in your skin and lay eggs, right? And then
Yeah.
they dip. And then
Yeah.
like 2 months later, a fly would just pop out of your arm, bro.
Not on
Like,
my arms, bro.
"Mama."
I'd be like, fuck off, sorry.
What? The
I'd be like, oh, hi, fly, sorry.
dirty.
Damn, though. That's crazy. I never heard of that before.
Yeah,
I've heard
that's-
people like going into people's ears and like
Yeah.
nesting in their ears.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, bro, I haven't heard
Yeah.
that shit either. It's like,
Yeah.
it's kind of 충격.
Traumatizing, yeah.
Because I'd never heard of anyone being a nest for bugs. Ooh.
That
you
shit
never seen
happens,
that?
bro.
You never seen that video of like this guy getting surgery because he felt some discomfort in his ear, and then they're like in the surgery room and they like flashed the light on it and they were like trying to see what's in there and try to dig it out, and then you just see like this fucking small tiny ass cockroach like crawl out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ugh. I think Josh just tops both of ours.
No, it's I mean
Yeah.
it's not it didn't happen to me though, so.
I know, but it's happened to someone that you know though.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, last question.
Last question. If you think back and you could relive one single memory as it was, maybe it's like your best memory or your most memorable memory, what moment would you replay?
As it was?
As it was. Like you can't like change it or anything like that, but it's just you can just get to relive that experience, that feeling one more time.
Oh, actually, I have one.
Yeah.
I was watching this YouTube video,
Mhm.
and it was basically a guy remixing 2 songs, but he did it in a way where one song was playing gradually, and then the other one just popped in, and it meshed super cleanly.
Yeah.
And that feeling that I got when I wasn't expecting anything, and then seeing something like sick, I was like, oh shit. And I could never refeel that after watching it. So I would really relive that moment. This was like a couple months ago too. Dude, it was so sick though.
Damn.
Link in
This
the
guy-
description. Sorry.
This guy has 20 something years to relive and he chooses to relive YouTube.
It's one of the most
Oh,
memorable
no.
ones that it just popped up in my head.
True.
True.
Okay. Fair. Brian, what about you?
Oh man. I would go back to like my grade 7, grade 8 days.
When you had your deep ass voice?
Yeah. Those are good. Those are good years. Nothing to worry about. You know, everything was good. School was fun. Friends was fun. You
Mhm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
life was easy. Life was simple. So I think those are probably one of my best years of my life, I would say. So
True.
probably go there.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
pure,
peaked.
Pure childhood moments are
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
always good.
No
Fucking
worries.
Game Boy,
Yeah.
fucking SP, playing fucking Pokemon all night.
Yeah.
Just run ball or, pick up soccer after school and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go
Yeah.
out with your friends, go to like fucking Baskin Robbins and just fucking goof around
And play games afterwards.
and play
Online.
games.
Meet in the online world, bro. Online
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Jump on MSN.
Yeah. Drop on MSN. Yeah.
That's jokes.
And then that
Yeah.
cute girl at school pops up. Boom.
Yeah.
You don't say hi.
That's jokes.
And then busy status.
Yeah. And then you play the
then-
song.
They play the song,
Big
yeah.
Bang. How do?
Dirty AZM pride.
And then put some like deep ass caption in the middle of the
And then she sends you a nudge.
And they're like, oh yeah, it's on, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, MSN,
Yeah.
bro. Those are prime days, bro.
Yeah.
I remember like asking people like, what's your MSN? Like that used to be fun too. It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
I'll add you, and that was like the beginning of Facebook, eh?
That was like MySpace
Messenger.
era.
Yeah, MySpace.
Yeah.
I didn't have MySpace.
I didn't
Oh,
have
yeah.
that either.
I went to
Oops.
Facebook straight.
Yeah.
I'm not that old school. So.
Yeah.
How about you, Josh?
Yeah, mine would be in our family we had a tradition growing up. Every Christmas, my siblings and I would wake up really, really early to go downstairs and open the presents. And then we would just run Halo all morning. Just like PvP or like 2-player co-op mode. And we just do that every year. Whether it was in high school or during university and stuff like that. And then after that, we'd like cook breakfast together, like pancakes, waffles, bacon, and eggs and shit. So that when our parents woke up, we could all eat together.
Damn, that's cute.
I'd probably relive that shit because, you know, with my siblings growing up, because they're older than me too, and my parents being busy and stuff, like that's just not like at one moment. I think like this was last year or 2 years ago. I just realized like, oh, like that'll never happen again. Which is it's like a small thing. It's not like a huge major life changing thing, but that small realization made me like kind of realize how fast time's going. And like those memories are small, but they're like really precious. And
yeah, we'll never get it back.
Yeah, I would go back to like relive that, you know, like that. It's kind of same thing with what Brian said. It's like just being carefree, you know, waking up and just spending time with family and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's like so real, you know.
Yeah.
Dirty makes mine sound so light and shit.
No. Bro, what do you mean? You had one opportunity and you chose YouTube.
I thought it was be like just whatever comes up in your mind.
Yeah, whatever comes up.
Well, that's the one that popped up in my mind most. And then
I bet you when we listen to it, we'll be like, 그냥 그런데. And then just like,
Dirty, these two come up with like their childhood precious moments. I'm like here linking a YouTube video.
Hey, bro, you chose what you chose.
Well, you can say more if you want. Do you have anything else?
I would choose my baby days when I was being sorry. And I was like, I'm sorry.
그건 지금이랑 똑같아.
I'm down. All right, guys. Thanks again for, just listening to our random thoughts and our random questions, our random answers. Hope you guys enjoyed. And, if you guys related to any of our answers, let us know in the DMs.
Or if you disagree, let us know.
Yeah.
Of course.
And if you guys enjoyed this one, give us a feedback and let us know if you guys have any questions that you want us to bring up for next Bap For Thought episode, which you can DM us in our Instagram at The Young and Finch.
Don't forget to follow us on Spotify and rate us in the Apple Music Store if you enjoy the podcast, and feel free to leave us a review.
Yes, sir. And again, hope you guys have a wonderful week.
Thanks for listening.
Peace.
See you guys next time.
Peace. Would you rather cheat or be cheated on?
Damn. But who's gonna say I would rather cheat? That's what doxing does, isn't it?
That's true. Yeah. Maybe another question. That is true. No, but like honestly, I'd
rather be a cheater. Woo!
Well, no, it's like...
Hey guys, my name is Andrew and I live in Toronto and I like to cheat.
Cheater for life.
Come on, cuz.